looking beautiful, and mwah, what a great job. Yes. All right, guys. Well, look, fantastic.
Hello.
First of all, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you for having us.
How are we feeling?
How do you feel?
I'm not
a little deflated. That's a good way to put it. Just like
Why's your head in that space, mate?
Because it's a weird feeling, like when you've been out there and you know as well, like you never made that mistake. You know, she'd never made that mistake, and you can't prepare for those things. But what is admirable, I think, is I had to grab her and just go, and she followed, which is awesome. Like at least you didn't continue to because it shows like what kind of spirit she is to be able to push through that moment, because it's hard. Like I've been in the position before in past seasons where I try to push someone through and they lose it. So the fact that you could carry on like that was
thank you for having me. You know, I know that kind of stuff happens, and maybe I'm supposed to be like really sad about it, but there's nothing you can do except have fun and go, well, that happened, and you just keep going.
Yeah, I think the important thing, certainly for the fans out there, it's not about how you fall over, it's how you get up.
And
what they're looking at is the character of the person going, man, I like that person. I like, that energy.
You just have to have fun, and, I've never made that mistake before. It is a bummer that I did it, but they had really awesome comments to say about the other stuff, so I don't want to let, that fumble get me down about that dance. I know that dance. We've done it very well other times. So
we'll talk about the overview of the night tonight, because it is an emotional night, and you guys went out first, which is never easy. It feels like
going out first is tough.
And it feels like the energy backstage is different from any other week in the season, because there's just even from the producing side of things, there's a lot of emotion. People are really upset at a lot of these stories. So tell us your experience of this week.
I feel like this week was a lot quieter than others. I don't know if that makes sense, but everybody's doing their interviews, so everyone's telling these emotional stories, and obviously they only use 2 minutes of that clip, but you're in there for an hour, kind of pouring your heart out, talking about your most memorable year, and they only use so much of it, but every single person is going through that. So emotions are super high this week, and it was a lot just quieter. It wasn't as loud and crazy and fun. It was still very fun, but it wasn't as out there as other weeks, I think.
Yeah, well, look, some emotion, but also some good emotion. We want to congratulate Mark here for getting a World Choreography Award nomination, which is huge.
I was like, what? Is this a joke?
What is happening?
No, seriously.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And how does that feel for you? In all the years you've done it, does it still mean something?
Of course, yeah. Absolutely. Just incredibly humbled and honored to be nominated. There's some great people in the category, so it's just really, really cool. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. I actually found out on Instagram, and then I called my dance rep. I was like, she was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, thanks.
Thanks for telling me.
I saw a lot of great feedback socially for your guys' Breaking Bad dance. It seemed to be everywhere when you're looking at the review. Did you get a lot of great feedback this week about that?
It's been wonderful. See, I didn't mess up in that dance.
You did not.
Oh, good.
It was amazing. Well, we sent some questions out. We wanted some from the fans, so we're just going to quickly fire through these.
Let's answer.
What is the trick to not letting your choreography get stale, Mark? And how do you keep it interesting?
That's a good question. I think it's kind of music selection. I think you have to continuously be inspired by music. If the music doesn't make you want to feel something and move, that's why I'm so particular about it. I want to make sure that every time I hear the song, I'm like, yes! Because otherwise, that's where it can become a little autopilot-y. So, I spend hours researching new music and finding things that would work for styles in a traditional way or maybe a little unconventional way. And, I really try to have all my music submitted, at the start of the season so that I know I'm going to get a song, for the most part, that I really, really love and that hopefully my partner enjoys as well, that we can create something cool and different. And
you're also a genius, though, because when he hears a song, he doesn't just hear, the main beats. He hears all the little stuff that you have to, strain to hear. Mark is just incredibly talented.
Yeah, you're in safe hands, right?
I am in safe hands, except it's switch up next week.
Right.
I know. I didn't want to let you down, and I'm sorry.
When does we find out about that?
Well,
tomorrow.
Yes. I think they're going to announce some of it tonight, but I think the rest is tomorrow.
Snap.
And we can also now reveal to all Access audience, Alison's pregnant.
What?
Yes.
Is that what they just said?
That is what they have just announced. So congratulations. Right? See? It really is a family, you know. You get a sense of that. It's great.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Does her pregnancy announcement make up for my mistake?
No.
That is so beautiful.
Oh, look at Ray.
Is his wife pregnant too? I don't know if he's married or not.
Alfonso's doing a great job. I think they were going to say next week he's going to do Ray's job.
And you know what? I still love Alfonso.
He's great. Well, look,
love him.
we've got time for one more question.
Okay.
Your sort of year was about the Spy Kids and that experience and how fantastic your journey's been, as well as, you know, with your mum as well. So this one's about that. You were so young in Spy Kids. You take on that character. You know, they say doctors that are actors, people get asked them if they're, you know, good at medicine. Did people think that you had that spy character down?
I don't know. Well, you know what? Growing up, I would play spy like way before Spy Kids even came about. Like we would literally get decked out in these kind of like dark outfits, and my sisters and I would like prowl the neighborhood, and we were creepy. We were like peeping toms, but like we were doing it innocently. So I don't know how great we were, but
yeah. All right. Well, look, guys, you know, you've done so well, and I think that you know you're going to be here hopefully for a very long time. You don't want to even think about the elimination. It's such a crazy week as far as emotion goes.
I have the most amazing partner who literally just pulled me through that last little bit. So
I'm glad you got on with it. That's hard to do. Pick it back up. So
well, just quickly the switch up. What goes through your head, mate, when you know you're going to lose your celeb for a week?
I mean, here's the thing: you can't change it. You got to do it. It's part of the challenge, and you just kind of have to throw yourself into, you know, the challenge that you've been given. Same thing like I give Alexa advice. I think next week if she's to be with, you know, Derek or Val, like just 100% with that person, because it's always about your last dance. You know, you can't look forward to, oh well, in 2 weeks I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
and it's going to be
because you don't know if you have 2 weeks.
That's right. So,
all right. Well, look, best of luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck tonight with the elimination.
Thanks,
Fingers
guys.
crossed for you guys. Great job. A lot
Thanks
of
for the
fans
support.
out there.
Thanks,
A lot of
guys.
fans.
I just like mumbled.
Congratulations.
I hope you get somebody really awesome.
Congratulations to you again, Mark, as well, about the nomination. Well done, brother.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
We love you up here at All Access, guys. Thank you so much. And if you see Tony, send him my way, wherever he is out there. Oh, look, here he is. Look. All right.